What's up, everyone, and welcome to an all-new microtransaction extra episode. I'm your host, Liquid, and joining me today, as usual, you know him as Chris. I know him as Chris as well. Next is Chris, though. Next is Chris. How are you today?
I thought you were gonna be like, I know him as my gentleman lover. No. I don't know why I thought you were gonna go that way, and I was like, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Sorry to disappoint. I guess. So. I don't know what to tell you. But Chris, how are you today?
I'm doing all right. Honestly, as of recording, I forgot we were doing this, so I'm like, you know what? Today I feel like not doing anything. That's how I felt today. I'm like, I'm just gonna sit back and relax. And then I had an idea for a video, and then just like punk, and then I'm like in the process of making it.
Okay.
Or in the process of beginning to make it.
So got an idea for a video, instantly went to work.
Yeah. It's the worst. I feel like I'm never off. And that's another thing that people talk about. It's like, hey, you should take some time away from the thing. And I'm like, I don't know how people do it.
Yeah.
It's all I ever want to do.
Right. No, I agree.
Like when you got a light or something.
A light, you see, I thought it's like not doing work. It's so funny because on my screen it looks good, and then on Streamlabs it doesn't. So I'm gonna have to like bring it closer. I think here. Let me do one of these. Hold on.
You just need a light in that corner because half your face is black.
Yeah. Oh, that corner I don't have a light on. I don't have a light for. But hold on, we might be able to figure this out. Let's see here. Yeah, it's really bad. That's so bad. That's so weird. You know what it is? I'll be honest with you. It's because of the window. The window it offsets it. Like, oh, it's so bad. Oh, I got an idea.
He's got an idea.
Give me this. Give me a second.
Take it, Dab.
We're doing this on the fly. Let's see if we can get some lighting over here. Oh man, this is dangerous. And it might set the apartment on fire, but that's okay.
Dangerous.
We'll figure it out as we go.
Story of our lives, am I right?
Right, precisely. Haha. How about now?
That's significantly better.
Okay, cool.
Because I don't know if your apartment's on fire, at least the shot looks good.
Hey, that's all that matters. If you see any flames behind me, don't mind. Don't worry about it.
Do you have a fire extinguisher?
I do. We the apartment building, we all share one. We have one in the center there's like four, so this is how my apartments are built here. So you've got everybody's on a corner, right? You got one whole building, and then you got essentially four apartments, right? One on top of another, and four corners, right? And then the top and bottom each have their own fire extinguisher for all four corners. So if your apartment is on fire, you gotta grab that fire extinguisher that everybody's using, that everybody shares, essentially. So if you and somebody else are having a fire, you're shit out of luck. So just don't have a fire at the same time.
You just gotta go to the next building over.
Yeah. I'll grab one of theirs. Yeah. Hopefully that fire hasn't spread that far enough. That's what I'm hoping for.
Oh my god, I feel like everyone should have one.
I feel so. These apartments are, I think, kind of older, so I think that's the only reason why they have it this way. This is kind of like how they used to do things. Nowadays, you do, I think, see more apartments that have like each apartment has their own inside the apartment, even. Like, and don't get me wrong, part of me is just like, I feel like I should have that, but I don't care because every few months or so, the fire marshal has to come and inspect it, make sure it's up to date, like up to code, and then they have to swap it out and then get a new tag. And like it's just a pain in the ass, they'll tell you, hey, yeah, leave your fire extinguisher right outside your door, and they'll do it, and I don't like doing that. I hate responsibilities as much as it is, so when I can eliminate as much responsibility as possible, I'm all for it.
In your brain, you're like, hey, all I need to do is not start a fire.
Yeah, exactly. How easy is that? Can you imagine? There's an explosion. Son of a bitch! I wasn't prepared for this. How could
we have to finish the episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take the mic as I'm running away.
And the camera.
Yeah.
We're live on scene.
Dude, it's funny. That's like so you ever see on TikTok? There's like the people like they'll be in like a Zoom meeting, but they'll be doing all this like he'll be riding a bike, but he's got his laptop set up with the green screen. Dude, that should be cracked. The dude was in it like an MMA fight. Mm-hmm. That dude with the big butt.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude, that dude cracks me up. That shit cracks me up. But yeah, see, even the meeting just hit the floor. Like, That's what it would look like. That's funny.
That's crazy that he's like, hey, bro, could you I don't know if he got actually knocked out. But
I don't think so. It looked pretty fake. Like it looked like he like kind of like sold it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so, I don't think he really got because it looked the punch looked very soft. You know,
it don't take much from a professional fighter.
No, and you're right. You just gotta get one good hit on the button. So I get that. But I have a feeling he was doing it more for the entertainment, for the visuals. You know what I'm saying? So people could be like, you know.
I hope so. I'm like, but then it makes me. You know what? You know the cynical part of my brain is just like, what if?
Sure.
What if you do it for the views?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you could be right.
Crazy for more for less.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, people have done crazier things. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I don't know.
Like, hey, bro, punch me in the face. And the fighter's like, it's what I do.
Yeah, the fighter's like, dude, I get paid for this. I get paid to punch more. You just want me to punch you once? I get paid to punch people multiple times. But yeah, I'll do it one time.
Easy.
Yeah, easy, easy peasy. But dude, speaking of not having responsibilities, all right, I want to talk about yesterday. So yesterday, Chris and we got a little break. You know, I know Chris was talking about working, and yeah, for the most part, that's usually how it is. You know what I'm saying? You think you're done with work, then you're working some more, and then you get an idea, and just when you were just resting, you're back to work, right? But yesterday we took a little break. So yesterday we did. It was a birthday. Chris's brother, Anthony, friend of the show. I'm trying to think, how else is he affiliated with the show? I think he's just a friend at this point. Right?
He's just a pal, follower, a subscriber.
Friend of the show. All of his daughters also friends of the show. And yeah, so it was his birthday, and we had to go do something, right? We had to go out. We had to celebrate because he's not going to be here too long, right? He's going to be gone soon. He's going to be moving to Orlando. So we of course live in Tampa, so miles upon miles away. Like we'll barely be able to see him. Practically, might as well be in another state at that point, right?
He practically is.
Yeah, exactly. So he's moving over there. You know what I'm saying? Taking the family with him. You know, rightfully so. Trying to make a better life for them. So hey, more power to him. But it was his birthday, and he's like, "Yo, they had a plan. Let's go play some Top Golf." That's how it was gonna start, and we did. We played Top Golf. We had a blast. You were gonna say something?
For those who don't know what Top Golf is a glorified, like, what is it? What is it? A driving range?
A driving range, yeah.
Yeah, on multiple levels, they bring you out food and drinks and stuff like that. It's real nice. Don't go there by yourself because it is expensive as heck.
Yes, don't make that mistake. And I'm gonna do a little side story about that because I made that mistake here. I actually swore I would never go to Top Golf again here because I went with just me and another person, and it was like $75 for just us two for like an hour and a half. It was not worth it. Everything's based off time. Like you rent out your little bay of where you'll be shooting out of, and it's all time based. Even if you're gonna just eat there, it's all just time. I'm like, are you serious? Like I can't even get any swings in. Like I want to eat. And so like I was like, what a piece of shit. I'm like, what a waste of money. I'm not coming here anymore. So you have to go as a group. You have to. If you don't go as a group, don't go at all. That's what I have to say about that. But we were there. We had a blast. It was a large group. You know what I'm saying? Anthony, Matt was there, friend and patron of the show. You know, and obviously their wives were there as well, some friends as well that were there, and yeah, we had a blast. So one thing that I noticed here is that, well, one thing I said is I said I was going to stop playing golf. That was one of my things. I was like, I'm no longer going to play golf because I just don't go enough, right? And I just feel like it's almost like not worth it, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. More or less, you want to know what it is? It was, like, I've gone here out a couple times, and I'm not smashing these balls, all right? That's really what it comes down to, all right? I'm not as good as where I should be in my mind, right? I'm like, I should be running this PGA Tour by now, is what I've only been on, like, 3 times. Like, how hard is it? The ball doesn't even move. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a baseball fan, dude. The balls that when you hit a ball, it's supposed to move. In my opinion, it's supposed to come at you. This ball's
at least 90.
Yeah, exactly. And this ball's not even moving. So how hard could it be to swing and hit a stationary ball? Harder than someone might think, dude. Because, I've gotten better. All right, and when we went to Top Golf, I was surprised with how many points I was able to put up there. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe I should give this another go. Because here's my problem with driving, right? Especially in the driving range, is swinging and missing. That's what I can't stand. Or just getting or getting a chunk out of the dirt. But I was hitting them pretty consistently. Now they weren't going as straight as I wanted them to go. That's a different lesson for some other time. They weren't going as straight. The majority of them kept breaking to the right. Now, whether that's the wind or me not positioning my hands right, that's not for me to decide, right? But the whole thing is I was hitting them consistently, and that reignited a spark. Like, oh, maybe I should keep going at this. Maybe I should try. Maybe I should get my clubs and just hit the driving range by myself. Because usually I go with my brother. I go with my brother Frank. He likes playing golf. He'll hey, you want to roll out there? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's go out there. And then I'll go out there and make a fool of myself, right? But no. Maybe I should just start going by myself. Chris was swinging it too. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. The thing is that you say making a fool of yourself. No one thinks he's a fool. It's all in Liquid's head.
Oh yeah.
Everyone, yeah. He's all matter of fact. Oh no. I understand.
Yeah.
But that something I haven't done. Usually when I'll go out and play golf with Frank and Liquid sometimes. And the thing is, I'm all like, whatever. I'm more here to hang out than anything else. But I realized I'm like, oh, now that I'm just swinging away, I'm like, man, I feel like I'm a little too stiff. And towards the end of my first rotation, I was just like, I need to loosen up. And once I started loosening up, your boy started getting some hits in.
Oh yeah, you're getting some consistent hits.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, oh, I'm doing it right now.
Right.
I'm doing the damn thing. And I was like, oh man, I'm like, why the hell? I'm like, if this was the first time I was like, I wouldn't mind doing it, because usually golf I take it as like we're just out in the morning drinking, hitting the ball around.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be holes, and I'm like, I don't feel like hitting this hole. I'll wait till the next one. I don't even care.
Right.
Like it just like I'm just here with the homies. Man, I was like, man, this is pretty good time.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I need to figure out my club positioning or something. I gotta get these balls to go straighter. While we were playing, what else? I'm trying to think of what happened there.
I did find that to open my chakra, to align it to hit 90-mile-an-hour balls easy, it involved me yelling. So around a group of people, I just go.
Yeah, he's like, ah!
And it was good because people were looking like to be immediately afterwards, like perfectly calm. Like I could tell that people are looking at me, just being like, "What happened?" It's really normal. And just walk back, but then it gave it away that everyone behind me was laughing. And I got a good chuckle.
Right? You know? Yeah. No, it was funny. It was definitely funny, dude. I certainly laughed my butt off. But yeah, so we were playing. We had a blast. In the process, I messed up my back. Cause like we were swinging, and like I think just like you, I think I was also stiff, and that's always been one of my biggest problems when it comes to driving. Is like I've been like super stiff, so like my back, one of my shoulder blades just started hurting. Chris gave me some exercises. He started massaging me, dude, and dude, look from one, I want to say, expert massager myself, because I've been told I'm a great massager, Chris. I've been told, one girl even gave me a compliment by calling me like quite the misogynist. So I was flattered. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and then so we started, my back started hurting, so we got that cleared out, you know what I'm saying, that like, and I could tell, I'm like, oh, this is a muscle I'm not hitting as much, I'm not using this muscle that much, because once I got a few swings, I'm like, ooh, that doesn't feel good, that does not feel good, but it loosened up. Oh, good.
A lot of times those muscles hurt because we're gamers and we do this.
Oh yeah, just hunched over.
We're hunched over and then we lean our necks forward.
I do it all the time.
It causes strain. That's why you see like people like Lucid had like he goes out of his way to have his posture really good. Yeah. Because gamer posture is not that great.
Right. I got you. And don't get me wrong, it may not be that great, but it helps my foreshot. And that's besides the point though. So but then we decided to switch gears. All right, we decided to leave the Top Golf place and we decided to go to this place called the Cathedral, right? And it looks like a church. right? It smells like a
I
church.
thought it was.
Yeah, we all thought it was. When he gave me the address, I saw pictures of it, so I knew what to expect. It looks like freaking just a church, but it's a cigar bar. It's a cigar bar. It's wild, dude. So I was like, oh, this is a place right here. Chris is like, wait, how's this the place? I'm like, no, this is the place. And we pulled in. Luckily, we got a nice pristine. Oh, first of all, I want to go before we get into the parking spot. The first parking spot I wanted to go to, it was a group of people in an SUV, and they just had their doors wide the fuck open, and they're having a fucking conversation. By the way, they have an SUV, right? I don't remember how many people they had exactly, but somebody still had to go to the trunk. I'm like, you got that many seats, and you still got to put somebody in the fucking trunk? Damn, gas prices might be a super high, which they are. So, that was pretty bad. But I'm like, dude, like, hurry up, man. Y'all could talk about all this shit in the car. Y'all gonna be so fucking, like, tight together anyways. Might as well just do it in there. Why y'all doing it out here? So that was a little annoying. Luckily, somebody else pulled out, and it happened to be even closer to the entrance. So I wasn't too mad about that. That made up for it. But yeah, we get there. We were the first ones there. Before we got there, like, we had to use the restroom. Chris went to go take a piss. I went to go take a shit, dude. I had some buffalo chicken wings at the Top Golf. It just didn't fit right with my stomach. It just didn't work right. So I had to let that one go. I had to go out there. Their bathroom, pleasant experience. Like, it was nice. You know, I was expecting a rundown looking bathroom, but no, it was really nice, dude. I love the toilet area being separate from the urinal. I know this is very specific stuff, but hey, this is the stuff that excites me. So get with it. Yeah, you know. This is the stuff that it piques my interest.
The thing that I thought was real cool is they had old vintage burlesque like women.
Oh, they did. So, like, some boobies were out.
Yeah, and I'm like, it was like, oh, this is pretty cool, because it was like the old like World War II style look in there, and I was like, oh, this is pretty badass. I was like, that's nice.
To add on to that, in the toilet area where I had my experience, there was a Harley Davidson like tin signs everywhere, like all over it. Like, yeah, just a whole bunch of Harley Davidson stuff, which was kind of cool too. Like, once you get in, you got your little cigar area. They got, tons of selection, and they got the registers, and then towards the back they got live music, and they also have a bar essentially. And Chris and I immediately, we wanted coffee. We had to get some café con leche. Like, it just goes right with the cigar. It's a perfect blend with the cigar. So yeah, we did that. I thought the inside was gonna be bigger than what it was.
Yeah.
Right. It was very tight, kind of like, but it was right. It felt good. Like, but because they have a pretty big open area in the back, which that's where you go, so you can just rest. Now, luckily the sun had already gone down by the time we got out there, because it was hot, dude. So we made the right choice to leave or to go outside at the right time. But yeah, we picked our cigars. Chris, did you get the same one that?
Yeah, I got the exact same one.
Okay, so the one we got was like specifically hand rolled at this place, and it's made with raw honey, so it was like sweet. It was like it was really good. It was really good. It tastes really good, and then with the coffee, it was just on the money.
It was just a nice, pleasant experience.
Yeah. It was definitely something to. I would definitely want to go again, just to hang out again.
Oh yeah.
Because it was really nice. And what else? So yeah, we went outside. We started talking some shit. Some of it conversations. I don't know if some of these conversations we could even have over the. Because yeah, it's just too. You guys don't pay enough for that. I'll be honest with you.
No. We got a little wild there for a little bit.
It really did.
You could tell that once the kids went away, because me and Liquid were the only ones there with no kids.
Oh yeah, and it felt good. It felt good.
Oh yeah, I was like, so you could tell once they broke a little free, once the parents got a whiff of freedom, they were letting it loose, and you could tell like it was all of them. They were like drinking, having fun, telling very inappropriate stories, maybe being a little too on it, but it's like you could tell like all of them were so happy. I was so happy for them. Yeah, no,
they were definitely happy. And yeah, it was fun. Definitely a fun experience. Definitely would like to go again. And then yeah, after that they left. I think they went to like, I don't know, they went to the club or something. I don't know where they went.
They went somewhere. They went to go dance some salsa.
Yeah, they went to
or they went to go get some food.
Chris and I, look, Halo's calling. We gotta go play some Halo.
Oh,
All right,
baby.
and we had to. All right, we had to because we had a string of bad luck in Halo recently. All right, Chris, especially Chris more than me, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's just, we've had some bad games. Like, I'm gonna start off with what happened Friday. Friday was I think it was going good, and then it ended terribly because we had there was a point where Matt's kid, Nathan, he had a little accident, right? And so Matt had to rush off. Understandably so. He's a parent. He got to rush off. So he had to back out. So essentially we were fighting at 3v4 in Halo. We lost, obviously. And then we're like, all right, fine. Then Matt came back, but then it happened a second time, so he had to go literally right after that. And I was like, oh damn. So then, that was another L. And then right after that, we're like, well, Matt's not gonna play for the rest of the night, so it was just us. So we just started on us three with a random. And while we're playing, the random quit. So it's just like, dude, Chris was like, I'm done for the night. I'm not playing anymore.
Yeah. I was like, if this isn't the biggest sign from the universe to be like, yo, dog, this ain't happening for you,
right?
Then I don't know what is. Because before then, we got one phenomenal game where we just steamrolled through the competition. Liquid was out there. He was out there teaching class, telling stories. He was streaming while this was happening. And I think it's quite honestly the worst night of Halo Infinite we ever had.
Really? You think it's the worst?
Yes, because everything was happening out of our control. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a fact.
Because we were all beaming.
Right. We were on it. We were feeling it.
Yeah, and one of the games that we lost, Justin went positive 30. He got 30 kills or something like that. And I'm like, yo, dog, it's just not in the cards for us right now. It's just not happening. And then freaking. I had the first game I played, my very first game, I went super positive. I was everybody was calling out. We were team pushing correctly. Our timing was on. It was. I'm like, oh, today's gonna be good, baby. I was like, yeah. And then all the stuff that Liquid said happened just fell apart.
Yeah.
Everything just devolved into madness.
Right.
Okay. And then Saturday morning comes. And then I start my stream Saturday. I tend to stream Saturday morning, and it was great for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we played against these random people, and then they started griefing me because I was streaming.
They were griefing everybody. It wasn't even just you. They started. They were sending multiple invites to Matt and Justin as well.
I always knew, because what we do, we're on the internet. It's gonna happen.
Sure.
It is what it is. It was just like, oh, it finally happened, and today's the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, ooh. It's just I could not. I felt like I couldn't successfully play Halo at all, all weekend long. It's just like, oh my god, it just ain't it, fam.
Right, and especially because Friday, I want to go Friday, the Halo day. Like we said, it started off really good. And then it ended pretty bad, but we ended for the stream, at least for the most part, I was able to play. I played a little bit of Valorant. I played a little bit of that Gundam game, Evolution, which was pretty fun as well. But yeah, and then Saturday happened, so that's why we felt we had to get away. You know what I'm saying? We had to cut down the stream. We had to get out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we did. Granted, I know it was already planned, but it just felt it was more needed than what we thought, than initially thought.
It couldn't happen at the bed. It couldn't happen. It couldn't been perfectly more aligned.
Right. Yeah. It all worked out. So that I think that was the universe kind of doing us a solid. So yeah. And then, but last night at least we came back. We and then we played some Halo. No, it was decent. You know what I'm saying? There was
it was all right.
All right. So it was fun. Alex wasn't calling out, but
Justin about lost it.
Dude. Oh yeah, Justin did lost. He almost raged on us. My man said, "I'm not gonna play anymore if y'all gonna keep playing like this." I was like,
I'm like, it's funny because real talk when he said it, I was like, me and Liquid are calling out this corner and fighting this corner right now. So I'm like, I know you ain't talking to me.
Right.
You ain't talking to Liquid because I'm like, you come help us.
Right.
We calling out this corner fighting that's happening right now. I'm like, it'd be real cool if it wasn't a 2v4, it was a 2v. I digress. You know what I'm saying? But Justin, you know what it is? Justin he was the one getting caught by himself. Mm-hmm. And I think it happened a couple times in a row. And he's like, oh no, this ain't
right.
And I don't blame him because I've been there before.
No, same.
I'm like, oh no, it's my turn to be on the shit stick. No.
Yeah. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
but so yeah. Oh, I mean, but that was kind of it. That was it in a nutshell. That was the weekend. We had a blast.
Yeah, one good thing about Saturday, it let us know. I was talking about like going out every once in a while and doing that, and it gave me the little bit of the urge. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm an extrovert. I like being out and about, and I'm like, oh, me and Liquid, we were talking about that too. Like, man, we should like go out sometimes. Like, it
Yeah.
won't hurt us.
Except for next weekend. I ain't doing
Except for
nothing.
yeah. We ain't doing nothing.
I ain't doing a damn thing.
We've been doing things too much.
Yeah, it's been
alright?
chewing with Justin's birthday, with this. I'm sure there was something else that I already forgot. It's just, I think it was in Orlando actually. That was 2 weeks, like 3 weeks ago.
That was that was
Yeah, so I'm done, man. I'm checked out. I'm tapped out. All right, leave me alone. Chris, this seems like a good spot to wrap it up. Actually,
man.
you got anything else you want to tell the kids before we let them go?
Honestly, I don't think we said enough. Thank you for all your patrons.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. The loyal, the faithful. We love you. Thank you so much.
Right. I completely agree with what Chris is saying. Thank you so much. And hey, whenever you get some chances, YouTube Shorts, TikToks, we're out there, man. We're killing it. So yeah, check that out. But I'm leaving you all per usual. Love each other. Take care. But above all else, just be cool. And we'll see you in the next microtransaction. That's not how we close it out, but we're gonna go with it. We'll see you in the next extra episode of the microtransaction.